Awesome. All right. So if you guys would all mute when you're coming in, I got Robin helping me admin because she's the best. We always so appreciate her. But anyway, you guys, I wanted to go ahead and kickstart this. Okay. I know it's busy. Holidays are crazy. I was just telling, I think it was Brittany Beck today that, my husband is literally like the Christmas guy. Like our family is so focused on the holidays and we want it to be that way. We love it. But with that said, we also know that it's important for us to get as much done as possible before the holidays so we can actually put those phones away, spend time with our families, be present. But we want to give you action steps to do the thing through December because we want this to be an incredible month for all of you. And all of you know that Bravenly has a tendency to do some fun stuff in December. We can't give too much away, but what we can say is that we want to get you prepped for what is coming. And we are excited. Those of us on the EVP call can say we're so excited for what's ahead, guys. Doesn't mean we stop working our business until all the good stuff comes, right? We want to be ready for it. And so we're going to give you some action tips on how to do that, my friends. So we're very excited about that. And you guys, we're going to bring out a tracker that we want to use every month. We're going to start to adopt this as something as a team that we use every month. This one's a little more power packed. This one's got a little more action than the average one because, again, we know that we've only got so much time to work in December before it flips over and you know what? People start to unplug a little bit. So let's make it happen. I'm going to get right to it because we got lots to cover. So we're going to start tonight with Ali France. I don't know if you guys have your trackers out. If you have your trackers, bring them out. We're going to go through that. If you didn't, no worries. Just make sure you got a piece of paper and a pen. You can get those trackers later. But we're going to go ahead and let Ali France start. She's going to explain to you a little bit about what we're doing. And then we're actually going to do some of this stuff, right? It's not just learning, it's doing. And I love that. So Ali, go ahead and take it away.
Awesome. Thank you so much, friend. Hey guys, happy December. Congratulations on an amazing November. I'm really excited about this. And Carly and Glenn, Crystal and we've been talking an awful lot lately about, the power of consistency, but also the power of simplicity. There is so much power in keeping things simple. And at the end of the day, what we do in network marketing, it's not hard. It's not complicated. Do you have to show up and do it and work hard sometimes? Absolutely you do. If you want to make more money, you've got to work a little more, right? But at the end of the day, it's really simple. Like what we do is not complicated. It's not confusing. It is very, very simple and straightforward. But there is definitely strategy behind that. And that's why we wanted to bring in this tracker. And that's why we wanted to adopt this idea of really finding a baseline and really finding something that we can learn and create those habits behind. Because what do they say? It takes 21 days to create a habit and only 3 days to break it or something like that. So we're starting this now so that by 2026, you guys, you have this nailed down and your day doesn't feel complete unless you do these habits, right? And the one thing that I really love about this tracker is we do understand that in network marketing, not any one person builds the exact same way. And that is the most beautiful thing about it. Some people, walk around the grocery store and talk to every single person within 3 feet. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. If that's what works for you, go awesome. Go build your business that way. Some of us don't get anxiety going to the grocery store and you put your hood up and you walk down the aisles and you don't want to talk to any real people, but you'll message 100 people on social media every day. Hi, that's me. And that's okay too. Like there's not one perfect way to build a network marketing business. And this tracker caters to both sides and everything in between. So that's why it's so beautiful to me is because it allows you that freedom to build the way that you feel comfortable building. And it gives you that flexibility, but it also includes you. Hey, you need to be quiet. That is the one rule mommy has. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm literally in a Coburn's parking lot with my kids in the back. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and get started. Pull your tracker out. If you don't have the tracker, don't stress it. It's okay. You can get it printed out after this. No big deal. But the first thing that I am going to start with is, you guys, we are in network marketing. You need to do two things daily. Okay. Hear me. You need to grow your network and you need to market to your network. Okay. Network marketing. Grow your network and market to your network. So we're going to talk about the first thing is growing your network. What does that look like? There is many different things that you can do to grow your business. At the end of the day, your goal is to simply get in front of new people every single day, whether that be on social media, whether it be from Facebook interest groups, whether it be from hashtags on Instagram, walking through the grocery store. If you are that person, maybe you're doing a vendor event, maybe you're hosting a sip and sample, maybe you're having somebody have, drinks and snacks at their house for you. It doesn't matter what that looks like for you, as long as you are getting yourself in front of 10 new people every single solitary day. So let's take a look. Obviously, we're not going to sit down tonight and have you go and join 10 Facebook groups and then, scroll and try to find some people. I have a full training on that I'll release after this called the LLCM. We just simply don't have time for that tonight. So the first thing is adding 10 new people to your network. You guys, like I said, it doesn't matter where they come from, as long as you're getting 10 new names on your list, 10 new sets of eyeballs on your material, 10 new messages going in your inbox. That is the goal here. However that looks for you is perfect, is absolutely perfect. So there's a couple different ways you could do this. You can, like I said, you can do Facebook groups. You can do hashtags. If you search certain hashtags, you can literally search, like for me, I have PCOS, so I want to go connect with more people that have PCOS. I can literally search the hashtag PCOS weight loss, and I can go find hundreds of thousands of people, you guys, that have used the hashtag PCOS weight loss. And if they have hashtag that, odds are they're probably struggling with that too. So that's something for me to connect with them on. Facebook groups are the same thing. You can always go and search groups on the Facebook search bar, and you can go search any specific topic. I mean, and this doesn't even have to be health or wellness related, you guys. You could join, like, I'm a wiener dog mom. I could go join some wiener dog mom groups. It's seriously like almost like a cult being a wiener dog mom, like wiener dog moms unite. Like, I feel like that's something I could go and do and make more friends doing that. But you guys, the goal is to just have 10 new conversations, 10 new sets of eyeballs on your page every single day. How you find those people is totally up to you. We're not going to make you do things that you're super uncomfortable with, okay? Stop focusing on what you're not willing to do for your business and start focusing on what you are willing to do for your business. And if you're not willing to do anything for your business, well, then guess what? This is not the industry for you, because nobody's coming to save you, and you are the one that has to show up and build your network, okay? So the first thing, like I said, is adding 10 new people to your network daily, 10 new sets of eyeballs. That's what I want you to think of. When you do this daily, I want you to think of Ali France putting 10 new eyeballs, like poking your eyeballs out here, okay? 10 new sets of eyeballs. The second thing that I'm going to talk about, we're going a little out of order just because, like I said, I'm in the Coburn's parking lot, but we had to make this work, okay? I am going to talk to you guys about stories. I am so passionate about story. You guys, last chance. Share with your sister, please. The next thing I'm going to talk about is stories, you guys. I'm so passionate about stories on Instagram and Facebook. And the reason I am is because, you guys, 90% of my sales come from my stories, because it gives you an opportunity to let people into your life. It gives people an opportunity to know you. It gives you an opportunity to be your authentic self and tell your story, share your life, and not just sell. If you make a post on Facebook, that's great. Odds are obviously there's that one random person that gets like 100 likes, right? But odds are if you make a Bravenly sales post on your Facebook page, how many people are going to like it? Maybe 10 if you're lucky, right? If you post something about Bravenly on your stories, do you know how many people watch your stories daily? A lot more than 10, my friend. That's where you can tell that people are watching. So when you are posting on your stories, you guys, I don't just want you throwing up and vomiting computerized graphics. If that's where your comfort zone is, honey, you got to start there then. That's okay. That's okay. But you've got to start inching your way forward and not sell so hard, but tell the story of your life and then share how Bravenly integrates itself into your life. So for me, my non-negotiable every day is I post at least one of our energy products. So I either post about brew or I post about my afternoon rush, one or the other. So I'm constantly like, oh, on my way to school drop off, I've got my brew in my hand, or I'm at school pickup line. That's when I have my rush in my hand. I always do one or the other every single day. That's like my consistent Bravenly product drip. I always try to share something about the business in my stories daily, whether it be I'm so grateful I can work from the carpool line, or I just made a sale at, dance practice. Like, what person can say I just made money while I was watching my kiddo dance? Something along those lines, where you're posting something about the product, something about the business, and you guys, the rest should be the story of your life. I want you to put yourself out there so much and share so much about your actual life that if somebody were to meet you in real life, they would actually feel like they already know you. There's so many people who've come up to me at conference. They've come up to me at events and they're like, I am meeting you for the first time today, and I feel like I've known you for 10 years because I put myself out there. I put myself out there. People know the names of my kids. People know the names of my dog. People know the name of my wiener dog because I put my life out there for people to see. Why? Why do I do that? To make people comfortable and to make people trust me. Because you guys, people are not buying product. People are buying you and the way you make them feel. And if trustworthy is one of those feelings, my friend, you are 10 steps ahead. So posting about your life and posting about who you are, things that are important to you, things that you stand for, things maybe you don't stand for, that is going to be equally as attractive and equally as powerful in your sales as posting computerized graphics, as posting the sales, as posting about the business, because people want you. There are millions upon millions of people selling on social media. What is going to set you apart? It's your authenticity. It's the people figuring out, like, this person isn't just selling me something. This person is giving me a reason to trust them. This person is giving me a reason to say, yes, they see themselves in your life. They see themselves in your story, or they see something in you that they want for themselves. Okay. So stories are so important. It's really important with stories that you don't just post all at one time. It's important that you periodically drop something in throughout the day so that your story views are constantly in the front of the line. Because if you look on Facebook or Instagram, it goes in chronological order. So if you post a story first thing in the morning, your face is going to be the first one that pops up on their newsfeed. If you posted last night and 80 people have posted ahead of you, your name's not going to be there. Your name's going to be way in the bottom of the line, and they're probably not going to see your stuff. So it's really important to post very periodically. I probably post one story or like maybe a video series or something like that every couple hours. That way I'm constantly bumping myself to the front of the line, and that will really jack up your story views. I also, you guys, this is just a bonus tip, and then I'm going to hand it over to, I think, Crystal. But this is just a bonus tip. I know doing videos online is super scary. I get it. I did my first video trembling with my phone set up on my toilet in my 0-bedroom studio apartment in the bathroom. Okay. I was so embarrassed. I didn't know what the products did that I was talking about. I was shaking in the video like this, holding the product. I get it. I was terrified. But look at me now. I had to start somewhere. Everybody starts somewhere. And I promise you, everybody's first video on social media is not good. And it's okay. But you've got to start somewhere. You've got to start somewhere. And I promise the try that you're giving is so much more respectable than hiding. People don't want to see you hide. People don't want to see you self-conscious. People want to see and feel your vibe. And the only way they can do that is by hearing your voice and seeing your face. So if you're building on social media, that is the number one most important thing you can do. And it's the number one fastest way you can build trust and close sales faster, especially with strangers on the internet. So one thing I do is I make sure every 24 hours I have at least one video source on my page that people can see and see my face and hear my voice, whether it be a video on my stories, whether it be a live video or maybe a reel or something, but they need to be able to hear my voice and see my face every 24 hours. That's my rule for myself. You don't have to be that strict with it if you don't want to. Maybe one video a week and you're going to start there. That's great. But as long as you're showing up periodically, putting your voice out there and putting your face out there, you guys, people will start to trust you like that. I promise. So that's all I got. Our story, sorry, our story assignment for tonight, you guys, take a picture while you're on this call. Take a picture while you're on this call. Go post it to your stories. Tag your friends, tag your sidelines, tag your leaders. Let's all just take a picture and post this because it's fun to see the community. It's fun to see what we're doing together. And this gives you an opportunity to actually share. Look at our community getting together. Oh my gosh, this is something you could be a part of. We always learn gold nuggets every single time we're on a team call, blah, 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 blah. Go and do that for yourself. You don't have to do it right at this very moment. You can if you want to, but you can do it after this, whatever it looks like. Take your picture and make a post later. You guys, this is a great opportunity for you to actually showcase what we're doing here at Bravenly. But this is one of those examples where you can just drop something in at random 7:16 at night where it's like you're doing something, show them. You're doing something, show them. You're picking your kids up from dance, show them. You're going to the grocery store, show them a couple things you bought from the grocery store. You're on a Target run, show them a couple things you got on your Target run. It doesn't always have to be Bravenly. Show your life. And if you guys are building your network, you need to be marketing to that network. So Miss Carly, I think I'm handing it over to you.
Yes, you are. And you guys, to make this assignment official, what we're going to do, somebody who has a computer, would you please take a photo and we're all going to smile and then we're going to drop in the chat so we have one to use. Okay. So who's going to take care of this for us? Who's on the computer that they can take a photo? Crystal, you got this. Okay. Everybody smile.
Okay, I have to do the second page. We have 2 pages.
Okay,
So
let's
smile
go
because
for
you
it.
don't know
One
which
more
page.
smile, y'all.
Turn your cameras on if you want. Okay. I'm waiting for the cameras to go on, Carly. They're all turning them on.
Okay.
All right, I'm on the second page. All right, ready? Here we go. Let me go back to the first because I think some of them had their cameras off that did not. So I'm going to go back to the first. You guys don't, everybody's pages are different. So smile one more time because you don't know which page I'm taking. Got it. I'll put these in the chat.
Perfect. So they're going to go in the chat, share them, and then it's ready for you. Drop them in your stories. There's the first one. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and go into one. This one's going to be the longer of the two, but we're still going to keep them pretty short. Glenn, were you flexing? I didn't even see him. My cheeks hurt from smiling. All right, so you guys, we're just going to talk about posting. Okay, so right now we're going to beef up the posting. Okay, and I need to be a better example of this too. Okay, y'all don't always look to me and say, oh, what Carly does is what we should do. I'm going to tell you that when I was in the process of massively growing my business, you would see a lot more of me. Okay, you really, really need to. Can you pin Carly? I don't. Robin, if you can pin me. If you can't, that's okay. You guys can just find me. But here's the thing. It's really, really important that you guys, if you're in the phase of like, hey, I want to pick it up. I want to grow my business. Hey, I know I'm going to be checking out, a few days, around Christmas. Let's get super active on our social. So not only are we going to do stories, we're also going to post a little more than normal. We're going to share a little bit more than normal because what do you do when you're really excited? You can't wait to tell the world. You want to keep talking. You want to keep sharing. You want that activity. So on the tracker, it says 3 times a day. Might sound like a lot, but we got this, guys. We got it. You can do 5 if you want to. You might be on fire. 5 is okay, you guys. Let's get that energy out there. Let's get excited. Okay, I'm going to give you a few ideas of what we're going to post about. Okay, first off, before I forget, lives count. Lives can be one of those posts, and I'm going to tell you that lives don't always get the best traction like they used to back in the day. But you want to know something? Most of my recruits have either come from me talking in my stories or by me going live because they can see my energy. They can see that I'm authentic. So lives are huge. Okay, you guys, you have some choices. Okay, lifestyle. We're going to post about lifestyle, daily stuff that you're doing. You know what? A lot of pictures of families on Thanksgiving with their kiddos. It could be like you baking cookies. It could be whatever, lifestyle, whatever you're doing for that day. Make a post, talk about it. Okay, the next one could be your business. Business posts are huge right now. We got a lot going on with Bravenly, a lot of exciting things that we can talk about. Bravenly just had their best month ever. Bravenly is getting a lot of attention. We can put that out there. A lot of you just had massive paychecks. While we can't drop the amount, you can talk about what this did for your family, right? You can. The next thing is products. Talk about the products. Talk about what these are doing for you. Share your before and after story, but it doesn't even have to be weight loss. Share the fact that you have energy again. You feel good again. Talk about the products. Share somebody else's story. If you're like, man, I want to do 3 today and I don't have anything left in me, go grab something from Holistic Haven and share that. Take a screenshot and share somebody else's story. You can do that. That counts. Get content out there. You can also do that in your stories, you guys. Just make sure I think most things, if they say don't share, just pay attention. A few people will say, hey, please don't share this outside of the group. Okay. And don't share it from the group. Actually share their picture, their photo, and talk about it. All right, you guys. And then value. You want to add value. So when you post, you got some options. Make it funny. If you make them laugh, you got their attention. Motivate them. You guys, I grew an entire business trying to motivate people with health and wellness as I was struggling with my own health and wellness journey. Okay. But I was motivating. I had people tell me all the time, you're so entertaining. You're so motivating. All right. You guys motivate. You don't have to have arrived. You just have to say, hey, today I wasn't feeling it, but I got up and I did the thing anyway. I exercised today. I drank my shake. Whatever that is, right? I drank my brew because I know it gives me energy and makes me feel like a better mom, and then educate. You guys, I think about Robin. Robin's a great example. Robin is a wealth of education that she can go ahead and she can share everything she knows, right? And I think about that. Like, I love learning from her. But, you don't have to be a Robin to educate. You can just talk about what you know. Education could be anything from sharing a recipe that's healthy or that you love. It doesn't even have to be healthy. It's Christmas, right? It can be educating them on, just anything that you know, anything that you're an expert on. It can be about Bravenly stuff, but it doesn't have to be. But make sure out of your 3+ posts, at least one of them is about Bravenly, whether it's product, or product, business, something along those lines. All right, so I'm going to have a quick task for you guys. We're going to set a timer for, what did I say it was going to be? We're going to set a timer for a minute. We are going to brain dump for 1 minute. That's it. You guys, so many times people are like, I just don't know what to say. I don't know what to post about. you will be surprised what you can come up with for a minute, because you know what? You're going to start all this tomorrow. If you want to start it tonight, that's fine. But I want you to have a list of ideas that you can pull from. So 1 minute, think about how you can educate. How can you make people laugh? What can you share about? Think, brain dump for 1 minute straight. And then when that's up, you guys are going to have this incredible list. Okay. So are you ready? Does everyone have their pencils ready or pens? Okay, you guys. Oh, and it was set for 15 minutes. That would have been interesting. On your marks, get set, let's go. All right, time's up. You know what? Even though that was only 1 minute, you got a lot more done than you thought you could in 1 minute, huh? 1 minute and you have a lot of ideas. Even if you got one, you got something to post tomorrow, right? All right, so we're going to just keep this moving along. We got lots to cover, but now we're going to hand it over to Crystal, who's going to talk to you guys about conversations. Am I wrong?
Switch that up. Glenn's actually doing that.
Oh, well, I put Crystal, so evidently I got that a little wrong. Okay, Glenn, take it over, my friend.
Yeah, we're tying in conversations and three-way chats together because they kind of like go together. So, all right, y'all. Thank you for that training so far. Carly and Allie have taken a lot of notes. That's incredible. Do what they said every single day, and you're going to be successful. But here's the deal, y'all. When it comes, so one of the tasks is to reach out to 20 people a day. So it doesn't mean spam 20 people a day. Like we went to a leadership conference recently, and a girl said I messaged 75 people, but she spammed 75 people and had zero respond back to her. So guys, we're not going to be Spamela Anderson here. So our goal is to make meaningful conversations with people. You want people to trust you in that aspect, and I always say whoever has the most conversations with the most people makes the most money. It's not whoever sends the most messages. So with that being said, every single day I try to form everybody I talk to, and Crystal knows what this means. If you guys will get good at doing this, and I want you to write this down, I want you to start doing this with everybody you talk to. FORM stands for family, occupation, recreation, and then we give them the Bravenly message. So that's your message. So what do I mean by that? So if I'm talking to somebody and I was like, hey, are you ready for Christmas? How was your Thanksgiving? And like, man, I'm financially not doing good. I just got a divorce. I'm a single mom now. I'm working 3 jobs. Basically, they will tell you when you ask them about their family, their occupation, their recreation. Hey, did you do anything fun this summer? No, we were broke and we're saving up for XYZ. They can kind of tell you that. And so the M stands for message. So when I'm talking to people in my conversations, I'm trying to like poke and get information out of them. And then they're going to ask me, well, hey, what did you do? Like, how was your life going? XYZ. Say, hey, look, I know exactly how you feel. When I started this company, I was 3 months behind on my mortgage. I was struggling, like whatever your story is. So my story is I was struggling financially, and you just tie into them. And then would you be open to taking a look at what I'm doing? So I'm trying to form people every single day. And another like shortcut on social media, if I'm trying to prospect somebody, you'll have more people sign up underneath you or say yes to your opportunity if you have been stalking their stories or their Facebook. It's like a girl that I reached out to yesterday. I've been trying to talk to for a while. I didn't know what to say, and I looked and saw she was in Hawaii. I've been to Hawaii before. I earned a trip with my first company there. And so we started talking about that, and we're leading that into other conversation. So get good at like, hey, it looks like your daughter just graduated. That's amazing. Congratulations. And start that conversation there. But they will see that you care more about them than just a sale. So I'm always trying to do that with people. Now, look, if you just join let's say you just joined the business, sometimes you can be more direct. So if my best friend that I know that's going to pick me up at 2 o'clock in the morning when my tire goes flat, hey, look, I just joined this business and I'm so excited about it. Like, I've only been on the products for a week. I've already lost 3 pounds. I have a ton of energy. And I just see all these people having crazy success. But look, me and you are best friends, and you want to give them a compliment. I know you'd be good at this because of XYZ. Would you be open to taking a look at what I'm doing? So in your 20 conversations, some can be direct, but some people you got to get to know a little bit. You got to kind of, maybe you haven't talked to them in 7 years. And here's another thing, y'all, with your social media. If I send people a message in Messenger and I'm having a conversation, because look, Facebook only shows 11, or it's either 11 or 13% of your audience, your Facebook post. So if I'm having 20 conversations in Messenger every single day, those 20 people are going to see my post. So I like, if I'm going to do a post at 7 p.m., I like to go talk to my prospects on Facebook, and then they're going to see my post later on in the day. Part of your 20 conversations, y'all, is going to be follow-up. So maybe 5 of them might be follow-ups. I'm having a conversation with my old people. Not saying they're old, but you know what I meant. 80% of all yeses happen between the 5th and 12th contact. So please tell me that you ladies and guys are working from a list. If you're just relying on your memory, you're probably not doing well, y'all. So like 80%, like, and I always bring up Andrew De La Rosa on my team. I followed up with him for 10 years, 6 times a year. On the 61st time, he said yes, but part of my 20 conversations every day is follow-ups. 48% of us won't follow up a second time. Like, that's super, super important when it comes to that. Be intentional with your conversations. And you guys, some of you could just go, you could be having your conversation and just say, hey, has anybody shared Bravenly with you? So maybe you're forming people, or it could be, has anybody shared Bravenly with you? So I'm going to give you guys some tasks and where to find people in these conversations. But first I wanted to talk about third-party credibility, three-way chats and calls. And then I'm going to give you some tasks on where to find people to have the conversations. But just remember, y'all, consistency is key. Some of your 20 messages is going to be relationships, and some is going to be asking about Bravenly. It doesn't mean you got to ask 20 people about Bravenly. You're talking to people, and you have to have those seeds grow, and then because you have their names down on a list, it can lead to talking to them. Let's see. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about three-way chats and three-way calls. So you've talked to somebody. What do you do next? The next thing you do is third-party credibility. How many of you guys are putting your leader in three-way chats every day or every week? Let's see a show of hands. I don't do it as much as I should, so I'm guilty as well. But look, when I first started, and Carly knows this, I hit vice president in 2 months. Do you think I did it all by myself? Or do you think I put Carly in a million three-way chats, Zooms, and calls? Or even I had her do a Why Bravenly for just, it can be that too. Like if you're brand new and you're just starting and you want to knock out 10 people at one time, you can do a Why Bravenly. Your leader will do it for you and you can knock out those conversations right there. But that's going to be key. Like, you want to provide duplication. If you just do this by yourself and you're not introducing people to a third party, when you bring somebody on, do you think they're going to introduce people to you? No, you're going to have a team of just people that you recruited and nobody else. We got to bring in a third party, right? And so here's what I do when I'm trying to bring in a third party. I was like, hey, Kate, I know you're kind of interested in this business. I just started here. I'm kind of brand new, but man, I'm connected to one of the top leaders in the company, Carly Foster. She's helping me with my business and having all my success. Together, we're going to help you get started in this business. I'm going to have her share her story, or together we're going to help pick what products are best for you. I'm going to go ahead and add you to that chat. Is that okay? So I give them a direction and then say, is it okay? And then put them in the chat. And then once you get on the chat, you guys sit back please do not talk over your leader. Like, let them do the talking, because if you guys are doing all the talking, it's going to mess the three-way chat up. Crystal said she doesn't ask. A lot of times I don't ask either. I just go, it just depends. And so, anyways, it's on the job training. So when Carly leaves a voice clip talking about the opportunity, you listen to her voice clip, because then you can start doing three-way chats for your people. So it's on the job training. Same thing with three-way phone calls. And let's see. Oh, and guys, we're human. So if you put us in a million chats and we forgot about one, hey Glenn, hey Crystal, hey Carly, can you go pop back in that chat, please? I'm in a million chats. I'm gonna forget about some, so please let us know. And here's a tip, y'all. Here's a bonus tip. If I'm trying to help Rachel or Lisa rank advance, and they put me in 10 chats in the past, so let's say they're like 2 cells away from getting to director, I will go in Messenger and put Lisa Hoff, and then it'll pull up all 10 three-way chats I've ever had with Lisa. I'm going to pop back in there and try to help her close these deals, because she's only 2 cells away from hitting director. So if you're putting us in three-way chats, like that can lead us there. Let's see. That's all I got on that. I hope that helped you guys. And are we ready for a task, Carly? All right. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Go ahead.
Do you have a task that you want him to do?
Yes, I do.
All right, let's go for it.
I want y'all to at least write these 5 things down, but one of them I'm going to turn into a task. So I do this every day. This is where I get my 20 conversations from. Hopefully, you guys all know where to see who stalked your Facebook stories. Is there anybody who doesn't know how to do that? Cami does it. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Sorry, you're the only one I could see, Cami. So I want all of you to pull up, and this is part of your, if you can pull up your phone right now to like your main page. I know you probably can't see this. So pull up your phone, and then right by advertise, there's 3 dots. I don't know if you can see this or not, but look at it. There's 3 dots. I want you to click on that. And then I want you to find, you probably can't see this, but where it says archive. So you click on the 3 dots, and then you click archive. The next thing you do is you hit story archive. You probably can't see this, but it's up at the top. Click story archive, and then it pulls up all of your stories. But it only does the one from the last 14 days. So after 14 days, you can't see who's viewed your stories. So it only does the ones from the last 14, right? So I want y'all, and y'all can go ahead and do this now, is actually we're going to do this for 1 minute. So hopefully you guys have all pulled up your stories. And what I want you to do is find a Bravenly. If you've been talking about Bravenly, I want you to go to that story. And then I want you to click on it. And so when you click on it, it'll pull it up, but it says all the viewers over here. And so I want you to click on that. And then it'll show all 143 people that viewed my story. Okay, so that I did a training on why FitFuel is amazing in my story. So now I know all these people they watched my little video that I did about FitFuel. Okay, so what I want y'all to do now is go to that. If somebody hearted it, you could say, "Hey, thank you for showing love on my post about the FitFuel, or my story about the FitFuel. Were you just showing love or support, or are you showing support?" That could be a direct way. Or again, like I'm trying to form people, but I know those people are my silent stalkers. So I go through those like crazy every single day. So we're going to do for 1 minute right now, messaging people in our stories. And look, as y'all message people, please, like this girl that I just left a voice clip for, I'm gonna write her name down so I remember and so I don't forget. So like, oh, you can also write to people that you reach out to.
Guess
Go
we're
ahead,
out of
Carly.
time.
Okay. Well, I just
Set
want
the
to show
timer.
people how to do it. Okay, so that's one thing, and then I want y'all to write this down. And I'm not gonna show you this because we're crunched for time. But I always go to Facebook memories. So write down memories. If you go to the magnifying glass at the top and type in memories, I like to go to all my old posts. It's from all my old companies, all the things I've ever done, friends from people in the past, and I like to reach out to them. Birthdays, do y'all do birthdays? And here's the deal: birthdays may be silly or whatever, but they're, remember, only 11% of your audience sees your social media. So if you message them on their birthday, now they're thrown into your algorithm and they see your social media. So some people are doing birthday samples, or and look, don't just go to their wall because like if there's 400 people saying happy birthday, they're not gonna see her. So one needs to be a direct message, like, hey, happy birthday. I haven't talked to you in a while, or how old are you turning? What are you doing? Anything fun? I haven't talked to you in a while. So the goal is to try to have a conversation with them. So I do birthdays every single day. Um, we already said Facebook memories. Posts from last week. I like to go back to all because I did that in my power today, and there's a post from last week. I make a really great post, but I don't go back and look and see who's liking my post. So that's something I like to do. And the last thing that I'm going to say, and then I'll turn it over to Crystal. The last thing that I like to do, y'all, especially knowing that things are about to get crazy on Bravenly, anybody that you've added to the testimonial pages, I click on members and then I look at friends. So click on members. So if you've been adding people into the group, look, and then obviously we're all friends and we're going to see each other, but everybody I've ever added to that page is going to be in there. So that's part of my daily method of operations. I like, oh yeah, I remember that person. I added them into the group and I forgot about them. So that's it for me. I'm done. So the next contestant is Crystal.
Carly, I have a question for you. Do you want to do the holistic haven one, or you want to do that after me?
Why don't you go ahead and do your two, and then I'll just finish it up. So
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
you go ahead.
All right, you guys, how great has this been already? I mean, oh my goodness. So I want to just say a couple of things that I'm thinking about that I actually shared with my team. And one of the things we like to call this jingle all the way tracker is really we are just doubling down. Carly talked about that a little bit in the beginning, and so did Allie. But here's the thing, you guys, we are going to have a lot of distractions for a good reason, as Carly said, as we go closer to the end of the month. So right now, it's all about front loading that first half of your month. It is so important that you do not go into idle, because I'm going to tell you guys this. How many of you, put it in the chat, want to hit a new rank this month, or you want to maintain a rank? Okay, you're going to have to do some work to do that, right? Like, how many of you want to do that? I want to see it in the chat. I got to wake you up. Do you want to hit a new rank? Put that in the chat, because you have big goals and big dreams to do. Yes, look at all of you. Okay, can I tell you something? We're never going to drift to that goal. Okay, we're not just going to drift. We're not going to one day. We're not going to hope. We can't just wait around to see what Bravenly's doing. We have got to be in action every single day. So I had a mentor teach me something.
And I have my 3-year-old daughter, and I said,
okay, so I had a mentor tell me something a long time ago that I want you guys to do right now, because I am sure your phone has been going crazy as we've been on the Zoom, just like mine has, right? The distractions are at an all-time high right now. Oh, look at that pretty Christmas tree. Oh, look at that. Oh, there's that sale. There's this. So you've got to push away the noise and focus on these key things you need to be doing to grow your business, okay? Because if we're going to move the needle, we've got to be doing these things on a regular basis, because consistency is king, all right? So what I'm going to talk about first, okay, is I'm going to talk about the sampling. Give someone a sample. Now, I kind of do that a little bit different because I'm a hybrid. What does that mean? Yeah, once in a while, I might send a sample out, but I love to sample when I'm out in person. You guys, I love to do it. I'm one of those. And I don't do everybody within 3 feet, because there's days I don't want to talk to anybody. And what you guys don't know about me is if I don't want to talk to somebody, I won't. I keep my sunglasses on and I won't catch eyes. But if I am out there on purpose in a location and I set my mind to it, I'm going to go out and sample. So I'm going to talk about that first, but I also want to tell you this. Do not sample your business away. Don't do it. Okay? Notice how I said I rarely send samples out. Why? It puts a lag time on my business. I didn't need any samples to get started, did you? How many of you actually needed a sample to get started? A lot of you did not. You know why? Because it was your friend that messaged you. And you trust your friend, and she loves the products because you are your most powerful asset. Do not forget that. Like Ali said, the flyer is not your most powerful asset. You are. Your story, your passion, your vision, what you've had happen with the products. And I love what Garrett says. If you feel like a broken record, you're just getting through. Ali taught me major today. Talking about it every day in my stories and not just clump them all together, because that's what I do. It's, it's 6:45 at my time tonight. Guess I better just get on and throw 20 stories out. Stupid, not doing that anymore. Okay, so you guys, success is when preparation and opportunity meet. So if anybody going out shopping, anybody taking their kids anywhere, you need to go with the mindset that you're going to meet someone, that you're going to meet your next champion, because you never know who the Lord is going to put you in front of, that you're going to ask a simple question. There's a yawn. You notice their kids. You notice maybe their kids are crying, or they're like, oh, I'm so stressed out. Like maybe you notice something, or maybe you just like them. And you say, hey, Debbie, you know what? I don't know if you know, maybe it's someone that you've shopped in a store with, okay? Or whatever. But I have a lot of gals that I've shopped with in a store, and I build relationships. And when the timing's right, I literally open the door. I bring my little golden sample bag, or I have a little sample pack, and I say, if it's Debbie, hey, Debbie, I've been shopping here for quite a while, and I just want to tell you what I do, because I really think you would be fantastic at it. And I would love to have someone like you on my team. First, a quick question. Do you drink coffee or energy drinks? What are they going to say? Yes. Well, you better be prepared. You better have your samples ready to go. Now, where's my little sample pack I just made up? Oh, here it is. You better have your samples ready to go. Now, do you need to have a fancy sample pack like this? No, this is for special people, okay? But the things I sample are the impact product. And you know what I do? If it's not too late, and sometimes if it is, I'm like, hey, you know what? Can you go get a cup of water? I'm not kidding you. Can you go get a cup of water right now? Because I'm going to let you feel something. And in 15 minutes, I'm going to text you and see how you feel. You guys, right then, okay? Right then, what am I going to pull out? I'm going to ask them, what's your favorite flavor? Do you like grape or do you like pina colada? Because I want the Rush Extreme in their body. And I'm going to pull out my Ignite packet, okay? They're going to go give me the water. There's going to be no lid, okay? Because it's not a bottle. They're going to put it in a cup. I'm going to stir it up. And I'm going to say, okay, you're going to take one of these and you're going to drink this down right now. And I get it in their body, okay? Let's say you're not in a place you can get it in their body, okay? Then you're going to give them the samples in exchange for their phone number. Do not give them your number and say, hey, give me a call and let me know how you like it. Would you drive down the street and throw $5 bills out the door? Would anybody do that? Would anybody do that? Would you roll down your window and just drop money out the door? No. Get their phone number. If they won't give you their phone number, say, well, you know what? You let me know when you're ready to do that, and I'll give you my samples and take them right back. I have done that. Okay? I have done that. Okay? So what do I give them if what do I have in my purse? So ladies, get a bigger purse. Have your purse with you. I have a sample of all of our rushes, our brew and our gold with me, and our Ignite. I usually have a little tacky bag like this. If I am planning it and I know I'm going to meet someone specific, Allie France is the one that showed us those little gold drawstring bags. And I say, I've got a golden gift bag for you because I think you are so special. Hey, can I have your phone number right now? Because I'm going to text you how to take these things. And I got their phone number and I text them and I said, oh, by the way, are you on Facebook? And I get their Facebook. Right then, I friend them. They grab their phone, everybody has it, and they friend them. So you guys, I'm just telling you, you got to make it real, okay? If you're standing in the line, you need a 10-second story. So you can say, hey, I just saw you yawning, or hey, I just saw you picking up that energy drink. That's a bottom line. Now, you guys, I will post this in the Canva editable link in Carly's Facebook group. This is excellent. This is the card that I give people because I say, if you don't know what to get, you can get the Accelerate Trio. So I'll get these guys for you. I have something very specific that I give someone, and I don't rattle off the instructions right there. I want to text them what to do if I don't put it in their body. And even if I do put it right in their body, I'm going to follow up, okay? But you want to do everything with excellence because our company is excellent, okay? So the bottom line is that's how you sample in person. What about somebody who asks you for a sample on Facebook, okay? I usually say, you know what, girl? What are your health goals? All right. And I'm going to try to get their goals. But if they do want a sample, you guys can charge for them. You might say once in a while, let's say you want to get a boatload of samples out. Maybe you want to do a sample. I don't know what I used to call it when I would do it. Got 10 sample packs, limited LTO, only 10. Pick your own sample bundle. Okay. You charge them a certain amount and they comment and you get it out. But remember, I do have a QR code. Oh, that's a great idea, Laura. But anyway, you get them out, right? And now I just lost my train of thought. Sorry. Anyway, you get those out, but let me tell you what I try to do. I try not to do samples, okay? But if you want to do them, you can get them out. I like to do them in person. Rarely do I send them, and I do it every once in a while, okay? That's all I have with that because I got to watch my time here. All right, you guys. So hopefully you got something out of the sampling. The bottom line is when you put the products in people's body, they're going to feel it. Okay? Put it in their body. Don't waste your money. Okay? I could do 30 minutes on sampling. So could Marcy. Now the last one. How many of you printed your tracking goal? Or you have it on your phone? Okay, guess what? Right now, you are going to go to your Bravenly back office. And you're going to write down your volume. Right now, go do it. And I'm going to tell you what to do with this tracker. Okay. Let me tell you something. What you pay attention to improves. And I know so many people, because I always do a goal post day one of the month in my team Facebook group, and they all post these goals. Now, I'm a crazy nut when it comes to tracking. You guys don't even want to see what I do. But I literally have a spiral notebook, and I track my numbers multiple times a day because I'm kind of obsessed with it. Okay. But you know what I love about this is it can stay right on your phone and you can keep in touch with it. So let's say you're going for director, senior director, executive director. Do you know where? I bet if I ask all of you guys going for goals, do you know exactly where you're at right now? A lot of you probably would know. You don't know, right? Like a lot of you probably were not. Okay. But let me tell you, this right here, if you will use it and put it on your phone, you can color it in with the little markup when you edit a photo or print it off, keep it in front of you. And
I think that was the same as in Oklahoma, so 2 years ago.
Okay. Keep it in front of you and it's going to change things. And let me tell you what, okay? If you're going for a director and you don't know where you're at and you look and you go, oh, I got a goose egg. And your tracker gets no little circles filled in, what are you going to do? You're going to go out and reach those 20 people. You're going to go message those 20 people, right? Because you ain't filling the circles. Okay? When you watch it, you're going to focus on it. And we've got to pay attention to it. So right now, if you've printed your tracker, who got their numbers? Okay? You got your numbers. You're going to look at your team rank volume. And all of these are divided. There's 30 circles, and they're all divided by the number if you divide it by 30. Okay, so instead of a daily goal, you can also on here kind of keep track of what you need to do daily. But the bottom line is every time you reach one of the circles for directors, 83, you're going to color it in. And if you keep that in front of you, you will make it happen. I'm telling you guys, something magical happens when you're staring at something. And what I would add on this little sheet, if I were you, I would add my team. I would add my club point goal. I would write my purpose at the top. Okay. Why are you doing this? Why do you need to hit this rank? What is the reason you said yes to Bravenly? I'm doing Bravenly so that, and fill in the blank. I always have my goal on everything because it reminds me constantly what I'm doing, what I'm doing, what I'm doing. A big tip I learned from a shark on Shark Tank, Damon John writes his goals down every single day. Every single day. He rewrites them every single day. I'm like, that's genius. That's where I got it. Okay. I can't take credit. So write your goal at the top, write what you want your club points are, and go ahead and write how many customers and brand partners you want to get. Because you guys, I don't know how many of you sold. First of all, we got the awesome brand partner promotion going. And if you get 5 customers, did you look at all the stuff that you get? If you get 5 customers this month, it's insane. Okay. So we've got to pay attention to it. And this tracker is your accountability partner. So what are we going to do? We're going to push away all the noise. Let me tell you how I do that. Okay. And then I'm done here. Number 1, we know our faith is first. Number 2, your family is second. It's called priorities. It's not balance. You're going to be out of balance some days. Okay. It's just the way it is. You're building a business. You're an entrepreneur. If you had ask Carly if she always had a perfect balanced life. No, but she had her priorities right. Look at her. No, when you are hustling and you're doing something that's going to change your life, and I don't mean hustle in a bad way. Carly and I talk about this word a lot. You got to hustle to build a business. It's what you're saying during the hustle. Okay. I'm not splatting people. I'm leading all with my heart. It's all about you. It's not about me. Okay. So number 1, faith. Number 2, family. Number 3 is your career. And number 4 is Bravenly. But let me ask you a question. If I looked at your calendar, is Bravenly really 4th? Or is it 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th? Okay. That's how you keep the noise away. If Bravenly is really 4th, it needs to be on your calendar every day that you have your scheduled little time that you are doing the tasks that we gave you. Guys, this is a business. Treat it like a business. It's going to pay you like a business. You guys just got into my heart. That is how I've been. Ask Marcy. Have I not been that way since day 1? Day 1. Day 1. And I'm going to tell you another tip. Consistency was mentioned more than once on this call. You guys, you know what? I've been in this industry 35 years, but on a serious note, since October 2001. You want to know how many times I started and stopped? Take a guess. Carly's right. 0. I blow my team away when I say that. There is no start and stop with Crystal. No matter what was going on in my life, I'm the CEO of my own business. You are the CEO of your own business. Okay? And if you treat it, if you go, not prideful, but I own my own business. This tracker is going to happen because I am the CEO. And I'm going to do what I was just taught. And I know my number 1 goal is to pass the ball. And I'm going to pass that ball, and I'm not going to say another word because I'm filling out this tracker. Okay? You guys, it all goes together, what we just taught you. And I think that's all I got. That's it. All right. Carly?
All right. All right. I'm going to finish this up here in 5 minutes. So it's going to be fast, y'all. We're going to just fly by it. I do want to mention just a few things. I want you guys to know if you started and stopped, I did too. But it was not until I decided to stopping that I went forward. So I just want, if you're feeling like, oh, I've stopped my business, I put it on hold. Like I was that girl until one day I wasn't. And when I stopped putting it aside, that's when I had the growth. So I wanted to say that. And also with sampling, that was brilliant. I love that. There were so many great tips in what Crystal shared. One thing I do want to share though, that has helped me in the past is that I will sample strategically. If somebody says, can I get a sample? They either pay for it. I say, no, let's try some product, right? But if I've got people that I have my eye on and I can't get them to bite, guess who's getting a sample? They are, right? I will message them. And that is a way for me to bridge that gap to say, hey, like, you know, I've been thinking a lot about you. I would love to bless you with this. Now, these are people I've strategically thought I want them to join my business. You know what I mean? So that is a way when you have somebody in your mind and they are not biting, that's a time to reach out and to offer them a free sample. But I am with Crystal. Do not sample your way of business. Don't sample your business away. Like I said, if people on social media say, hey, can I get a sample? That's when I charge. I'm like, I'm not getting you something for nothing. But those people that I have my eye on, that's when I strategically sample them for free. So I wanted to throw that in there. But Crystal, your sampling is perfect. She's got great tips, you guys. All right. So Holistic Haven, you guys, I'm not going to add the task to this one just for the sake of time. But you guys, when Glenn was talking about getting in there and starting those conversations, the natural progression of that is we want to get them in Holistic Haven. We want to get people in that group. If you get people in that group nonstop, you will grow. I say this and I will all the time. I'll say it till I'm blue in the face, y'all. I always know when somebody's about to start ranking up and hitting clubs because I will see their name in as an admin of Holistic Haven. I'll see they're adding a bunch of people without fail. You guys, there is no deviance from that. If people are, I mean, now if you're mass adding, it doesn't count. But if you're having the conversations and you're putting people in the group, you will absolutely grow your business. You got to tag people, got to follow up, but it's where it's at. So you need to be adding those people to Holistic Haven every day. And so your task is going to be like, make sure that you do that. Those people that like your posts, they're getting an invite to Holistic Haven. Okay. Anyone you're thinking of, Holistic Haven. You sample them, Holistic Haven, right? If they breathe in your direction, Holistic Haven. Okay. You are going to do that. You're going to talk to them. I mean, ask them first, but you definitely want to get people in that group, get their permission first, or at least get the interest first. I always send them a message and I say, hey, you know, I'd love for you to check this group out. Here's the invite. I don't say, may I please send you an invite. I send them the invite and they can choose if they want to click on it or not. Okay, you guys, but I do have that conversation so that they know what's going on. All right, so we're going to move on to the next one, right? We are almost done here, but you guys, personal development is what we're going to end with. You guys, one thing I can promise you is I've never once in my entire life seen a leader, somebody have massive success without it. So while we have all these tasks and they're all important, you guys, if you do not work on your mind and your heart, you will not have the strength to grow in network marketing. This industry can be hard. It's worth it. I promise you, it's so worth it. But you know, it takes a different kind of person, a special kind of person, somebody who's willing to get outside their comfort zone, somebody who's willing to get outside the box. That can be any of us. Network marketing doesn't say, ooh, just this type or just this type. You must look like this or act like this. No, that's the thing I love about it is the biggest melting pot of personalities and different types of people. But we have one thing in common is that we're willing to put in the hard work. We're willing to do the thing because we catch the vision. But you know what? It won't happen if we do not strengthen ourselves. So personal development can be anything from reading your Bible to getting, listening to podcasts about the business. It can be things where you're tying into trainings like this, right? But it's so, so important that you grow yourself. You have to strengthen yourself. If you need lists of, books, podcasts, things like that, we can continue to put those out to you guys, but it is so important. Yes, Robin says daily and mix it up a little bit, different things, you guys, but get inspired. They will fire you up. Another thing, staying plugged in, right? You're doing that right now. I feel like I don't need to tell you guys because you're here on this call right now. But, staying plugged in, Glenn's got power hours that he does, right? Plug into the power hours, plug into the trainings, listen, be a part of the family. When I'm feeling like down in the dumps, I'm like, oh, my business is terrible. I'm in a terrible mood. I'm bad at this, which I do. We all do. Spoiler alert. Even at the top, you're going to have days like that where you're just like, I am the worst at this ever. And I don't even know if I like it anymore. And then I'll pop in a training and I'll start talking to all of you. And I'm like, this is it. I love it so much. Like I can change that fast if I plug in, I do my personal development. I stay tuned into you guys. You guys give me energy. You guys fill me with life. And we're going to do the same for you. So you guys, I'm going to end with that just for the sake of time. But here's the thing. You have this task list. We're not going to slap you on the hand if you don't do it. We're not going to even know, okay, if you do it or not. We're not giving you this because we're trying to push you. We're giving you this because we love you and we want to equip you. We want you to have an incredible December. We want you to get that paycheck January 15th and be able to pay all your Christmas bills off. We want that for you, right? We want to help you walk into the future that you desire. You're all here for a reason. You all have a why. You would not be on this call right now if you did not have a reason to be here, something that you wanted on the other side of it. And you know what? I can tell you, we are honest people. who would not be here if we did not know it was absolutely possible through Bravenly for you to reach those goals. And we're just here to help you. So anyway, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Do those trackers. Stay plugged in. This is something we want to keep sharing with you. I love all of you, and you have the most wonderful night. All right? Stay tuned. We got some fun things coming up. Bye-bye, guys.